there. So today I'm going to show you how to make this card. So it's a combination of Stampin' Up supplies and a reveal wheel from Lawn Fawn. I'm going to show you how to make the wheel and then how to assemble the card. I actually like both products, pretty cool, and that's why I've combined the two of them. Okay, so the reveal wheel, I have seen many things on the internet on how to put them together, and this is the one that I find is the easiest. I use Stampin' Up Stamparatus, and I set the stamps on the platform, and then I use some little tape to outline the wheel. On the internet, I've seen people using the stencil, this part here, and outlining it in pencil and then trying to stamp it, and it just seems like a little too much work. So if you actually put your white cardstock that you've pre-cut, put it in the little washi tape markouts, pre-put your words here. So you put your circle down, you line your words up, and if you look like this, you can actually see they're all lined up perfect. And this way you can do multiple pieces of the wheel and not have to use a pencil and rub them out and do each one individually. I find the Memento black ink works the best. It dries the fastest and it's the clearest. And if you're doing any coloring with Copic markers, it doesn't bleed. So you just stamp that down. And I missed a little bit of the terrific. You re-ink it. I did forget a very important part of this platform is it has magnets on it. And you should probably use a magnet to hold down your circle. So if you have to re-stamp it, you're not missing it off. So I might actually be making a boo-boo because I forgot to use this. So it's important to use your magnet. Hold it down. So see how I've lined it all up in the tape? Hold that down. Let's do that again. There, better. So you can do a whole bunch of these at once, and you don't have to rub out pencil, and anybody who's looked up how to use this, you'll understand what I mean with the pencil. So I'm just going to put that away. So that's using the Stamparatus from Stampin' Up. It's $67. I think it's a wise investment if you do a lot of cards and want to do multiple cards at once. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is assemble the wheel. So you have your little dial, you have the little circle, and these all come in the reveal wheel kit. There's the dies, and then there's the stamp set that goes with it. And then coming out on the 25th, there's a whole bunch of new sayings that go with this reveal wheel for Halloween and Christmas. Quite excited, can't wait. So you're going to put this little circle in that little hole with, I just bought a multi-pack of the Brad's, whatever's cheap. Flip it over, spread it down. You don't have to make it tight because you want that to be able to turn. And then you're going to take a couple of dimensionals. Now I find the Stampin' Up dimensionals work nicely because they're the right height. Take off the back and line it up to your cardstock. So there is like an indentation on this wheel, and you want to line it up to here, and then on the side you want to line that indentation up so that all your words line up. So I just kind of put it there softly, give it a spin to make sure it's all right, and then I kind of give it a press down. So here's a couple of wheels that I've done. This is 2 words, and then this is the single words. I think it's really awesome. And then once again, that's the finished product. So a couple other little tricks that I've done with this set is the little octopus. So I stamped it using 3 different colors, and then I got a bottle of Finesse water spray, and I have added, and this is so cool, years ago Stampinup came out with this, and they've come out with it again, the shimmering paint. So I added the frosting white to the shimmering paint, and you want the hairspray that has a ball in it, so when you shake it, it mixes it up really well. And then you want to spritz your octopus. I don't know if the camera will show how glimmery that is, but it just gives that octopus like it's in water effect. So we've got our card base started. I've cut out all the little pieces, so it's Sea of Textures from Stampin' Up, and I've cut out all the pieces that go with it. So for time-wise, you can see how easy and quickly we can put this together. So we have the little octopus that's got that shimmery spray on it, and we're going to adhere that to the card. And you can use any rope. Stampin' Up has several types of rope. You can get whatever you want cheap. And we're going to put the little octopus. Now I like to have his head just up here a little bit, over top, like that. And then you want to make like a little knot. You're trying to make it nautical, so I can show you quickly how I did that. We're just putting all the little pieces together. So I just took a piece of rope, tied a knot, cut it, and then I just frayed the pieces off. I just thought it gave it a nice 3D effect. Cool, eh? All right, and then we're going to add some seaweed. And I like to have a little bit of color in my cards, so I'm just going to add some green to this seaweed. And this is another die that came with the Sea of Textures Stampin' Up set. Adhere this guy. And there's no wrong or right way to assemble the card. Nobody's going to say, oh, you didn't put this in the right spot, because anybody that gets a handmade card is always grateful to receive one. And most people are shocked that you actually made it. I'm just going to put him right there. So see how quickly that came together? Once you have your pieces cut out, it takes no time to assemble this card. Starfish. Sorry about the background noise. It's a rainy day here, and the air conditioner and dehumidifier keep kicking on. There you go. So super cute. And then I pre-stamped Hope Your Day Is earlier, just so we could assemble this card nicely. Once again, this is part of the lawn fawn. It comes with a whole bunch of sayings. Let's see what I can put that on. Let's see there. Hope your day is terrific, amazing. It's got thank you ones. It's got the turn me wheel. I really think this stamp set's pretty cute. All right, so we're just going to put this together. Hope your day is extra cool, very happy, super duper, and fun filled. And then we're just going to put that on a piece of cardstock. Now I find Stampin' Up's thick white cardstock is my favorite. I've used a lot of cardstock over the years, and this one's just got a great thickness to it. and it just makes the final card look pretty terrific. So we're just going to, oh, I forgot to put the back on. Good grief. Okay. Don't forget to put the back on your card because otherwise it's not going to spin very well. So once again, you have to use a dimensional. See how that's got like a raise to it here? You have to keep that elevated, or otherwise it's not going to spin very well. So I'm going to use some Stampin' Up! Dimensionals again. And you want to put a couple around the wheel because you don't want that wheel to get squished. I use every bit of the dimensionals that come in the package. Waste not, want not. And let's put one more down the side here. I actually sent my brother this card for his birthday, his 50th birthday, and he couldn't believe I had made it. He thought it was so technically difficult, but it really wasn't. So we're going to line this up. Pretty cool, eh? Now, if you don't like your octopus, you know, raised up like that, feel free to put another glue dot down to hold them. I think the 3D effect makes it more realistic in the water. So now we're going to add that to the cardstock. Okay. And once again, Stampin' Up's permanent adhesive. And you want to center that in the card. And don't forget to tell people where to turn it. Excuse me. I'm going to use the Memento ink again. I'm just going to tell it to turn me right there. So cool. So, a few other things I've added to this card is some little water spots, some sticklets, glitter just to make it look like it's in water, and I always add rhinestones. So I hope you enjoyed that quick little video on how to use the reveal wheel and the sea of textures. My name is Sue Grant. You can reach me at susiehomemaker35@yahoo.com or susangrant.stampinup.net, and I hope you enjoyed this quick video on this card. Thank you.